Hello everyone. Python is a popular programming language for data analysis due to its simplicity, versatility, and rich ecosystem of libraries. While many data analysts are familiar with the common Python libraries like NumPy arrays, pandas, and matplotlib, there are several hidden features in Python that can significantly boost your productivity and efficiency. So in this video, we will explore 5 hidden Python features that every data analyst should know to take their data analysis skills to the next level. First feature is list comprehension. List comprehension is a concise and efficient way to create a new list from existing list based on certain conditions. This feature allows data analysts to filter, transform, and aggregate data in a single line of code, which can save a lot of time and effort. For example, you can use this list comprehension to filter out all the negative numbers in the list as follows. So if we go to this example here, we have a list called numbers that has items 1, minus 2, 3, minus 4, and 5. So if we need to filter negative values, so what we need to do? So we need to create first list, comprehension list. Okay, inside this list we can do a for loop to iterate all numbers in the list. Okay, so for x in numbers, then inside the for loop there is if statement. If x greater than 0, we will save it in the list. We will save it in the list in x value. So now we will iterate on the first one, the first item, which is has the value of 1. If x, which is 1, greater than 0, yes, it's greater, so we'll keep it. Then second iteration will go through minus 2. If minus 2 greater than 0, no, so we'll not save it as x in the list. So we'll skip this one. Now this is positive, we'll take it. This is no, and this is we'll take it. Okay, so the output will be a list, a new list for 1, 3, 5. Second one is lambda function. Lambda functions are anonymous functions that can be defined in a single line of code. They are useful for creating small and simple functions that can be passed as an argument to other functions. Data analysts can use lambda functions to perform quick calculations or transformations of data without having to define fully fledged functions. For example, you can use lambda function to calculate the square of a number as follows. So here in this example, if we can see that first square equal lambda x colon x to the power 2. So which means that when I pass a lambda function with certain value, the output will be the square value of this value. Okay, so now when I say that square and pass the number 5, which does mean that we will do 5 to the power 5. So 5 to the power 2, sorry, not 5, so which is will be equal 25. Okay, so this is the lambda function. The third feature is default dictionary, which is a subclass of the built-in dictionary class that provides a default value for missing keys. This feature is helpful in data analysis when dealing with large data sets that might have missing or incomplete data. With default dictionary, you can set a default value for missing keys, which can prevent your code from crashing. due to the key errors. For example, you can use default dictionary to count the frequency of words in a list as follows. So if we look to this example, first we import default dictionary from collections, okay? Then we have a list of words, okay? And we need to calculate the frequency of those words. So we created a default dictionary integer in order to help us to calculate the frequency of each word in the list, and then we iterate through the list, okay? Then there is a word count between square bracket words. So in this, what will happen, we'll calculate the frequency of each word in the list, in this list, the word list, okay? Then when we print it as a dictionary, will be print the first the key and the value of the key. So the first key is the apple, the word apple, how many times it appears in the list, 2. For banana appears 1. For cherry appears 3. And this is for default dictionary. Next feature is zip, which is built-in function in Python that can be used to combine two or more lists into a single list of tuples. This feature is useful in data analysis when you need to combine data from multiple sources or perform pairwise calculations on data. For example, you can use zip to calculate the dot product of two vectors as follows. So now if we have two lists, x, okay, and y, and we need to find the dot product between those two lists. So the first one is to create a list, okay, between square bracket. We for loop, okay, we need to iterate through x and y at the same time. So in this case, we need to use zip that combines those two lists. So for xi and yi in zip xy. So in this case, we'll iterate the first iteration. In the first iteration, we'll iterate through the first part, which is this index. So we'll multiply 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 4, okay, will be 4. Okay, then we'll find plus, okay, 2 by 5. This is the second iteration, will be 10. Okay, plus 3 multiplied by 6, which is equal 18. Okay, so if we find the summation, because this is after we created the list of those elements, we need to find the sum for this element based on this method, sum method. So the output will be 32. Okay, so this is how we can use zip to combine two or more lists into a single list of tuples. The last feature is Pandas data frame. Pandas is a powerful data analysis library in Python that provides a data frame data structure for working with the tabular data. With Pandas data frame, you can perform various operations on data such as filtering, sorting, grouping, aggregating, and joining. The data frame data structure is flexible and efficient, which makes it ideal for handling large and complex data sets. For example, you can use Pandas data frame to load CSV file and perform some basic data analysis as follows. So in this example, we can see that first started by importing Pandas library. After that, we read data.csv file that has table. the third line, we filter the table by extracting the rows of the data that has the age greater than 30. After that, we group the filtered data, okay, by gender, and we calculated the mean income for this group filtered data. And the output, as you can see, that gender female, and this is the mean income, and for male this is the mean income. By the end of this video, you will have learned about list comprehension, lambda functions, default dictionary, zip, and pandas data frame. These features can help you save time, write more concise code, and handle large and complex datasets more efficiently. So let's dive in and discover these hidden features in Python for data analysis. Thank you so much. Bye.